Okay, so I'm a little frustrated because I was recording on my desktop with my nice camera, my nice microphone, and I was almost done, and the entire desktop computer locked up, and now it just keeps trying to start and turning back off, and then trying to start and turn back off, and it's possessed. So I can't recover the video, and I have to use my laptop because I'm trying not to use my phone as much because my phone is not wanting to upload. So I'm having a lot of technical difficulties lately, and some of that I need to upgrade my equipment, but money. So watch more of my videos so I get some revenue and can upgrade my equipment. Please. So it is what it is. Sorry about that, but I actually just wanted to do a brief video tonight. This is Vlogmas entry 14 or 15. I will verify that. And I just wanted to take a minute because it's real late, and frankly, I haven't had a decent night's sleep in like 3 nights. So I'd really like to get some sleep. But I wanted to talk really quickly about The Witcher Season 2. So I know this is Vlogmas and it's about Christmas, but I also want to share, what I've been up to. And the last few days, I've been squeezing into a pretty busy schedule a few episodes of my plan had been to do an episode here and there of Witcher Season 2. It's turned into me completing the entire season over the weekend. So it was very good. It was very good. Now, I enjoyed the first season quite a bit, and I was looking forward to season 2. I've been really excited for it. If nothing else, I love my man Henry Cavill. Y'all know. Ginger, stop that. I don't know what she's growling at. It doesn't matter. It could be anything. And so, of course, now Siri has run to the window to go, what is she growling at? Anyway, they enjoyed binging Witcher Season 2 because they got to sit in the recliner with me for hours. But anyway, I have to preface all of this by saying I'm going to try to avoid spoilers as much as possible, and by saying that the Witcher series is not family friendly. So if you're watching my show and you think, oh, it's Bethany and she's conservative Christian, so everything that she talks about is safe, it's not necessarily. There's a lot of nudity. It's very graphic violence. I mean, I'm enjoying this series a lot, but it doesn't mean I don't find fault with it. And it is very graphic in the violence. And then again, there's quite a bit of nudity, and there's some sex scenes. So please bear that in mind if you choose to watch this. Having said that, it is well written. It's the acting is top notch. I mean, the cast is fantastic. And I am enjoying the show. Now, I know that some people have some problems with the adaptation from the novels to the show. And I think a lot of people are not as familiar with the novels, and they're just familiar with the games. And so they expect the show to follow the storyline of the games. But I think, they might not realize, or they're just not thinking about the fact that the games are adaptations of the original novels as well. So when you have an adaptation, of course, different people are going to adapt it different ways. And what you would do for a game is going to be different than what you do for a series for kind of obvious reasons. Obviously the game needs to be playable. So you need storylines that lend themselves to gameplay as opposed to a television series that you're just going to watch. So I get that. Season 1 took me a little by surprise with some of that, but I kind of got over it pretty quick because I was like, well, I was able to put some perspective on that pretty quickly. I also have to say that season 1 was so confusing. I was very confused for quite a bit of season 1 because it was not a linear timeline. So if you watch season 1, you know what I'm talking about. But I thought about this a lot, and as a writer myself, I thought, why would they do that? Why would they confuse the audience this way? And it finally struck me because I'm a little slow. Everybody else has probably already figured this out. Series introduced quite a bit later in the books, I think. I could be wrong about this. But the timeline is that Ciri is definitely later than some of the backstory for Yennefer and Geralt. So in order to keep from having Ciri only show up in like one episode, because she is such a main and pivotal character to the storyline overall, she did this back and forth thing. She, being the showrunner, did a back and forth thing. It was confusing, but I can kind of see the need for it after I've thought about it for 2 years. Obviously, season 2 is not doing that. Geralt, I don't think this is too much of a spoiler. We kind of can see it from the trailers, if nothing else. But at the end of season 1, Geralt and Ciri are finally united, are finally they've connected, and so season 2 explores them that relationship, that like father-daughter kind of relationship, and that was really fun to watch. I really liked seeing that side of Geralt. I liked the rapport. I think the actors all have good chemistry together. Jaskier returns, and I really love his character. Of course, I'm somebody who's I enjoy music and I sing, so I like the bard. So that was fun, and there were some very fun and entertaining moments, but there was some seriously dark parts. There were some parts that really took me by surprise. Again, there was nudity that really wasn't necessary. There was a scene in, I think, the very first episode that I could actually see a case to be made for it. I still think it wasn't really necessary, but at least it wasn't gratuitously sexual necessarily. But I still was just like, but you didn't have to do that. I don't know. I know it seems pretty brutish, but I'm also kind of like, if there's no need for it, there's no need for it. So I don't know. I just didn't like it. I just don't like that. I just don't. So, and if that seems kind of prudish, oh well. I am who I am. But it's really good. It's really good. If you liked season 1, you will like season 2. If you played the games and you're looking forward to the shows, yes, they're significantly different, but I think you'll still like them. And I'm excited for season 3 already. My understanding is there's going to be like a 7-season run to kind of go along with the books. The books, unlike, say, Game of Thrones, the books are already a complete series. So they have somewhere to go. There's no open-ended, we don't know how that's going to end. It is a complete series. So, and I believe there are 7 books. And right now I think they're planning 7 seasons. So that's good. I'm excited about that, which is kind of similar with, if you're following along with like Bridgerton, there are several books in that series, and those books are standalone books, but they're all intertwined. They're all related. The Bridgerton series is about the family of the Bridgertons with multiple kids, and then each one gets a book, and really smart idea and enjoyable. I've only read 2 of the Bridgerton series so far, I think, and out of order, but I enjoyed this book, so you know I like my romance novels. So anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about tonight. Vlogmas, I mean, I watched some Christmas movies too. Oh, I did watch this, a new Christmas movie new to me, on Netflix that had, oh, I'm so bad about this, especially when I'm tired. I could tell you like all the different movies they've been in, but I don't always remember the actors or actresses' names. But the main female lead was the woman who was in Last Holiday as the mistress of the owner of the big corporate chain. And then the male lead played Turk on Scrubs. So the writing was poor. But it was a Christmas movie, and kind of one of those, it's kind of hard to describe. It's kind of like this woman writes Christmas movies, and based on kind of like a snow globe and what would be a perfect Christmas and perfect Christmas town, very Hallmark movie-ish place. And she ends up in that like fantasy place and kind of sees how different her life could be. So it was interesting, and it was kind of fun. I didn't like it at first, but the characters grew on me, because at first I was like, she's very unlikable and kind of the mealy mouth, whiny. I didn't like her at first, but she does evolve. Her character does evolve throughout the show, the movie, and I did enjoy that. But it's another one of those kind of Christmas movies that's really bad, but you still kind of like it. So that was one of those movies for me, like A Princess for Christmas with Sam Heughan and I think it's Katie McGrath. It's horrible. That is a horrible movie. It's terrible. The acting kind of does save it, to be honest, of the two leads, because she is kind of likable, but the writing is pretty terrible. I'm not gonna lie, and it just is. It's not good, but I love it, and I watch it every year. This is probably going to be one of my every year watches, even though it's not very good. So that's what I've been up to. I talked a little bit longer than I meant to tonight, but I wanted to cover particularly The Witcher, because I've had a lot of people ask me, have you watched it already? Did you like it? So I wanted to put that out there and just kind of give you a quick update. So tomorrow is today is Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Ooh. So, golly. No, today is Monday. I have no idea what day it is or where I am. Today is Monday. Oh, that's going to be sad tomorrow, because it's only Tuesday. And that means I got another day after that to work before we're off for the holiday. Seriously, I haven't gotten a decent night's sleep in like 3 nights. I really don't know whether I'm coming or going. What's happening? Where are we? I haven't finished wrapping my gifts, and then I realized I didn't have as many as I thought I did for the, it's gonna be okay. So anyway, we have just a few more days to go before Christmas. I am really going to do my best to not miss another day before Christmas, and then Christmas Day will be the final Vlogmas, and then we'll be back to a once a week show. That's the plan, a once a week regular show. And I'm in 2022 in particular, I am going to try very hard to pick a day for a regular release, so you guys aren't like, when are you ever going to do that again? So stay tuned for all of that, and let me know in the comments if you have watched Witcher Season 2, but please be very careful of spoilers, because it just came out last Friday, so we're only talking a couple of days, and I really hate for people to have stuff spoiled, particularly on my channel, because I don't like spoilers myself. So I'd be interested to see if you've watched it and if you liked it, if you have a critique of it, but please do be mindful of spoilers. Other than that, that's it for now.